Hello and welcome to another year of Carolina football. This is the Will Muschamp Show. It's our 2016 preseason edition as the Gamecocks prepare to open up college football against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Coach, welcome. Man, when you were hired in December, you hit the ground running. You hired what everybody regards as to be a great staff. You guys were relentless in recruiting. But you also set a clear message about what your football team ought to look like, what your philosophy is about that. And on the eve of the first game, how are they doing? Are they following that path?
Todd, the players have been outstanding, and I really want to credit our staff as much as anything, because the coach and player relationship's a two-way street. You got to have some respect and trust on both sides of that, and our players have gained the trust and respect of our staff, and our staff has done the same. So as far as where we are right now, we'll find out after September 1st, but I'm very pleased about the buy-in of our program. I like where we are. I like even more where we're headed right now.
In the very few moments that you've had some time to yourself in the preseason, I bet you hear this question in your ear: who's going to be your quarterback? Now, I know you're keeping a lot of that to yourself, but do you have a plan with Coach Roper for next Thursday night? And what's your confidence level in the QBs right now?
Well, my confidence level is very high. And Perry Orth's had a great camp. Brandon McElwain and Jake Bentley, all three guys have been very productive, and I'm excited about, again, the future of our program at the position. But I'm also excited about the now. And you know what Perry accomplished last year, going on the road in some of these venues, obviously impresses me. As far as, you know, he played pretty well in a lot of situations, needed some help in some other situations, but he's had an outstanding camp as well as Brandon and Jake. So excited about them. We've got a plan for what we want to do and what we want to accomplish.
Will you reveal that at all?
No.
Maybe on your radio show?
We're going to hold the close to best. I think it's to our advantage. As a defensive coordinator, knowing Derek Mason very well, and again, the guy's really good football coaches, don't show your cards. And we've got a lot of there is some different skill set with all three guys. So who will those guys be? I've got a pretty good idea right now where we're headed with this, and I feel comfortable about that position, maybe more so than some other positions offensively.
Coach, 6 of the last 7 defenses you have coached have been ranked in the top 15 in the country. I'm not sure anybody has those expectations. This team on defense struggled last year, but how have they followed your system? What do you think?
Well, I do. I've got high expectations every year, but again, I've been very pleased with the buy-in of our players. They've come in, they've tried to play hard, they've tried to do all the things that we ask them to do. You know, at the end of the day, I've been a defensive coach my whole life, and I do know this: you need to tackle well, you need to play blocks well, and you need to play with great effort. And those three things is a culture of what you do. It's not something that you hope to happens on Tuesday and you hope it happens on Wednesday. It's expected within your program. We're still going through that culture a little bit of understanding what it takes to be successful defensively. And I think that that's something that's going to be ongoing throughout the entire season. I do feel good about some of the parts, but we fall off a lot when the first guys go out, and that's where we've got to continue to improve our depth.
Boy, in the offseason, I didn't even want to mention the Palmetto Health Injury Report because of Sky Moore. You lose a guy who's your top tackler 3 straight years, but knock on wood, it appears that your preseason is going pretty well. How's the health of the football team?
Well, I think it's a credit to our players and the recovery that they've done. We had a very physical camp. We had over 1,500 11-on-11 snaps in camp, so we had a lot of contact. And that was good. We needed the physicality of those things, but very pleased with where we are. Lorenz Bryant's got a bad hamstring. I don't know when the timetable is on him. Mon Denson had a scope on his knee on his meniscus, so that's going to be a little bit of a time coming out of that. And Rico Dowdle, a freshman running back, who's going to be a good football player, probably get him about mid-season.
How's Alan Knott's hand doing?
Alan's doing well. He's still slowed a little bit as far as the snapping and those things are concerned, but he's doing well. And really, other than those three, Kyle Markway is about 50-50 for the opener. Past that, we're ready to go.
That's our Palmetto Health Injury Report. Coach, you, as I said, hit the ground running in recruiting when you got here and set a system in place for evaluation and looking at players. How's it been selling South Carolina during your time here?
Very easy. You know, you got the city of Columbia is a wonderful place to live for a student athlete to come and live. If you just want the campus and student life, you've got a beautiful campus. If you want something outside of that, we have that. And a lot of schools can't say that, especially in the Southeast. So that's a huge selling point for us academically. Our student athletes have done outstanding. Maria Hickman and her staff over at the Dodie Anderson Academic Enrichment Facility have done a phenomenal job with our student athletes. So there's an awful lot of sell, and there's sell opportunity. A lot of young men know they can see in a situation they can come in and have an opportunity to come in and play. in the Southeastern Conference, which is another selling point for our team. And then you look at the development that our staff has done previously at other places with players. They know that they're going to get developed at a high level. So all of those things, there's a lot to sell here. Obviously, with the new operations facility coming on board as well, a lot to sell here at South Carolina.
A lot has gone on since you've been hired, but it's amazing. Just a week away, the opener in the Southeastern Conference, Vanderbilt on the road. He's Will Muschamp. This is his show. When we come back, sights and sounds from fall preseason at Carolina.
Gamecock Football with Coach Will Muschamp is brought to you by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Football with Coach Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
America's workers are passionate about building better lives for themselves and their families. Colonial Life is passionate about helping them with benefits that preserve and protect what they work so hard to build. Even if challenging times get in their way, when you need us most, we're there, and we've been there for 75 years. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field. Witness pregame warm-ups from the sidelines. Winners receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
The For Freedom sales event is on, and our biggest event of the year just got bigger. Just announced 0 for 72 on Ford F-Series, giving you freedom from interest. Plus, specially tagged pickups now get $1,000 smart bonus. America's best-selling trucks 39 years straight are built Ford tough. Get 0 for 72 on F-150 or Super Duty. Plus, specially tagged trucks get $1,000 smart bonus cash only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls with head coach Will Muschamp from 7 till 8 p.m. Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information. Get your official 2016 Gamecock Game Day t-shirt to show your South Carolina Gamecock pride from the following retailers: Kmart, JCPenney, Walmart, Dollar General, Academy Sports and Outdoors, Cracker Barrel, Costco, Sears, Ace Fanatics, Paradise, The Fan Zone, and William & Taylor. Now, it's time for this week's Hyundai Sights and Sounds of Game Day.
Hey, in life, there's no grind, no shine. Fam on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fam. Band and touch. Quit walking to a line. Play with some urgency.
Walk through, let's go. OD walk, OD walk. On the snap of the ball, my eyes are going to the receiver. But I want a man scooch. Remember, at 10 yards, be the receiver. I want to be even or below him if he's in the seam outside. That's fine. That's fine, but I want to make sure if I squat down, I bang him. I can't let him run vertical. Here we go. Understand where you are. Let's go. Next guy's up. Let's go. Hit. Nice. Drive. Rip up. Here we go. Go. That's it, roll. All right, hey, Chris, this is a great situation to work on man scooch. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. And when we just kind of do, that's not how we're going to play, right? Man scooch, that's the technique we're going to play. Play the right technique all the time. Then in the game, it's easy.
While the Gamecocks are on the road, all fans are invited to join George Rogers at the Wild Wing Cafe in the Vista for the official watch party. There'll be drawings for great prizes, drink specials offered, and the away games on every TV.
If it wasn't for the University of South Carolina, we never would have started it.
We had an idea for a new way to create digital trees for video games and movies. So we decided to start SpeedTree through the USC Technology Incubator. Now, our software has been used in more than 50 feature films.
The fact that a couple of USC grads can have such a huge impact on Hollywood and even win an Academy Award, that's what No Limits means to us.
Good or better? The Hyundai Sonata versus the Toyota Camry. The Sonata has an available panoramic sunroof. The Camry? No. In the Sonata, available Android Auto. The Camry? No again. And only the Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. The 2017 Sonata from Hyundai.
The Ford Freedom Sales Event is on, and our biggest event of the year just got bigger. Just announced 0 for 72 on Ford F-Series, giving you freedom from interest. Plus, specially tagged pickups now get a 1,000 smart bonus. America's best-selling trucks 39 years straight are built Ford tough. Get 0 for 72 on F-150 or Super Duty. Plus, specially tagged trucks get a 1,000 smart bonus cash only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
As the Gamecocks are set to kick off, remember that SAFE Federal Credit Union is your financial MVP. As a proud sponsor of USC Athletics, SAFE offers custom USC debit cards with each checking account. Enjoy no monthly service charge, no minimum balance requirement, and show your spirit each time you use your debit card. SAFE Federal Credit Union. Your money is better here.
Camp is hard, man. It's really hard. The way that we did camp, not letting the guys leave the building, guys hanging around each other all day, staying upstairs in the cots, eating together, right? It builds chemistry, and that's one of the things that we want to talk about, being there and being there for your teammates. So I thought it was a really, really unique deal that Coach Muschamp did, and I'm excited about it, and I think it really worked and paid off.
First few days of camp have been a lot different. The intensity level it's unreal. I mean, Coach sets a high bar, and he expects us to meet it without complaints from anybody.
Fall camp been going real good. What's different is like the scheme that Coach Muschamp is bringing to the table and the energy. I mean, he brings so much energy that make you want to go harder. And it just push you way harder.
Definitely high intensity. Tempo is always, fast with Coach Muschamp. He does demand us to work hard, but it's kind of rewarding at the end of the day knowing that you have a guy that's at the head that's going to demand so much from you. He's going to give you so much back, so much as far as like intensity and stuff. So, I'm excited, about fall camp and how everything's going.
We want to be as ready as we can possibly be, and so we've got to start making sure the right guys are working in the right spots. It's less about evaluation now, more about preparation as you get closer to the start of the season.
When you're around football and it's ball all day, that's very exciting, especially for me as a coach. That's something that I thrive upon is, getting around ball, teaching our kids ball so they can understand not just football, but situational football.
I like the up-tempo offense because it gives us advantage according to the defense. Because as a defense, it's kind of hard to look at the sideline, look at the season with coach. It's just signals in real fast and get us off the ball real fast.
It's not only about me; it's about my teammates. And as long as if I can motivate my teammates to go harder, that's a better chance of us playing better together.
I feel like we're gonna have a really good set. Coach Muschamp brings so much energy to the practice field, and he put us in situations like game-type situations, like 1 minute. Like how we gonna act under pressure. And like me personally, I feel like any game is winnable for us, and like we're gonna go out there and compete.
When you talk about Vanderbilt, you talk about their running back, Ralph Webb. He's a really good player. He does a good job running the ball between the tackles. And for us up front, we got to do a good job of striking blocks, controlling gaps, keeping linebackers free to make gaps. And again, playing disciplined football. Be where we're supposed to be, do what we're supposed to do. As far as Vanderbilt, they do a nice job in the run game, the balance with the pass game. And, we got to try to affect the quarterback a little bit, get him off the spot, get him out of his rhythm. But most importantly up front, I want our guys to play really hard. I want to be physical. I want to play disciplined football.
Now at Buy Low, prices are down and staying down on the things you buy most. So visit your local Buy Low and pick up all of your game day essentials. Buy Low, premier grocery partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
It's Nissan's Bottom Line Summer Event. Take on the unexpected with a car that could stop for you. Get to Nissan for big model year-end offers on our award-winning lineup. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, plus get up to $3,000 bonus cash on select models. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks!
If it wasn't for the University of South Carolina, we never would have started it.
We had an idea for a new way to create digital trees for video games and movies. So we decided to start SpeedTree through the USC Technology Incubator. Now, our software has been used in more than 50 feature films.
The fact that a couple of USC grads can have such a huge impact on Hollywood and even win an Academy Award, that's what No Limits means to us.
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift, we've got you. Guitar, coming tomorrow. Road game today, surprise party tomorrow. Change of plans. Game tomorrow.
No, birthday tomorrow.
Hotel! Guitar, reroute.
Birthdays are on birthdays.
Party, relocate. UPS My Choice makes rerouting packages easy.
Wow.
How we're helping companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
Good hard work has earned Tyler Johnson the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the baseball team, Johnson is a junior exercise science major with a 3.773 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
Lobs one to the pylon here, and that's a terrific touch throw. True freshman to Brian Edwards. And Edwards went right into the hedges, and he is slow to get up. That's a touchdown.
He'd been a lot slower if he dropped it, but I can tell you, he will get up. Really good drive. South Carolina fans and coaches will be excited about freshman McElwain to freshman Edwards.
Welcome back to the Will Muschamp Show. It's our 2016 preseason edition of the show, and that's our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? Coach goes back to the Garnet and Black game. That's Brandon McElwain, one of your young quarterbacks, another young player, and Brian Edwards, the Conway wide receiver. Those are two guys that enrolled early. How are they doing?
Both mid-year guys. They came in, did a phenomenal job, first of all, academically. Both guys had above a 3.0 GPA. But then in the spring game there, you see a great touch by Brandon. Unfortunately for Brandon and quarterbacks like him, he is a great athlete, and he gets labeled as dual threat. And all. Brandon can make all the throws.
Right.
I mean, you ought to see him whip it. I mean, he's got a quick arm. He gets the ball out. He makes all the touch throws, and you see there the touch he put on the ball. And Brian's a guy that's just going to keep getting better. I mean, Brian came in and had a meniscus surgery at the end of his senior year at Conway and was really slowed through the first part of spring, confidence a little bit, but I think more than anything, strength levels. He was still building back his body and his knee from the surgery and really took off the last, the 10th, 11th, 12th practice of spring. He's had a great camp. He's going to be a great player here at South Carolina.
I don't put this label on him, but he looks a lot like Alshon Jeffrey. Long arms, big hands, big-bodied guy, and so young. So we look forward to seeing those guys, and that's our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? Now, Coach, our Terminex player, and this time we'll do the Terminex Pest Player of the Fall. Some guys that might have stood out, or a guy that might have stood out in your mind who's given some good leadership and had a good fall camp?
Well, there's a lot, but I think Mason Zandy's a guy that since we've come as a staff has been a guy that's been a very stabilizing force. When you have turnover, when you have change, sometimes, especially for an older player, it's hard. They've been through a certain way of doing things, and Mason has been open arms, as well as most of our players have been, to the new staff, to the changes, to what we've tried to do differently, has given me great input as a head coach from a guy that I really trust as a player about where is the player's mind right now, what is the team thinking, a lot of those things in the input, but he's had an outstanding camp. He's done a great job for us at left tackle. He's a guy that we're really depending on having a great season.
A Chapin product, playing left tackle at the University of South Carolina. It's a good storyline. Listen, we can't start the season, not Carolina football, without hearing from My Carolina.
Now, Gamecocks everywhere can support their beloved university year-round at the USC Alumni Center. Our spirit capital is the place to support student learning, connect to each other, and advocate for Carolina, no matter where you are in the world. Alumni, students, faculty, staff, and fans, we are ready to welcome you home. Visit mycarolina.org and stay connected forever to thee.
As the Gamecocks are set to kick off, remember that Safe Federal Credit Union is your financial MVP. As a proud sponsor of USC Athletics, Safe offers custom USC debit cards with each checking account. Enjoy no monthly service charge, no minimum balance requirement, and show your spirit each time you use your debit card. Safe Federal Credit Union. Your money is better here.
It's Nissan's bottom line summer event. Take on the unexpected with a car that could stop for you. Get to Nissan for big model year-end offers on our award-winning lineup. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models. Plus, get up to $3,000 bonus cash on select models. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks!
I'm Jamie Foxx for Verizon. In the nation's largest independent study by Root Metrics, again, Verizon is the #1 network.
Hi, I'm Jamie Foxx for Sprint.
And I'm Jamie Foxx for T-Mobile.
And we're just as good.
Really? What national awards have you won?
None.
Exactly. Only Verizon was ranked #1 nationally in data, reliability, text and call, and speed. And you're going to fist pump today?
Don't get fooled by cut rate networks. Get the best. And now get up to 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones, 4 lines, and 16 gigs for just $150. Only on Verizon.
Good or better? The Hyundai Sonata versus the Toyota Camry. The Sonata has an available panoramic sunroof. The Camry? No. In the Sonata, available Android Auto. The Camry? No again. And only the Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. The 2017 Sonata from Hyundai.
Gamecock Football with Coach Will Muschamp is brought to you by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Football with Coach Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
Welcome back, and now it's time for Keys to the Game, brought to you by Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Coach, the Vanderbilt Commodores, you open up in SEC East play. I mean, right off the bat, you got to get going. We don't even want to talk about what we got schedule-wise going early on. But Derek Mason in his third year, they went 4-8 last year. What have you seen from them on film? What do you expect?
Ralph Webb offensively, outstanding player, runs extremely hard. You know, he's going to carry it 25, 28 times in the game. The key for us is stopping him running the football. I mean, we've got to load the box. Obviously, with that being said, there's going to be probably 8 or 9 50-50 balls down the field we're going to have to defend, and that's the bottom line to them offensively right now. Defensively, they're really well coached. You know, they're really good at the linebacker position. They really keep those guys free and let them run and make plays. And Derek does a really good job of coaching his guys. You know, they're a top 30 defense last year. They're really good on third down. They're really good in the red zone. So we've got a lot of unknowns on our football team, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And, of course, new staff, a lot of news. There's a lot of first happening, and hopefully we'll get our first win.
Yeah, they have one of the most veteran teams in the league, and you've got one of the youngest teams of guys that will be out there. So it's interesting, but that's why we love it. It's Carolina football on a Thursday night. Don't forget to join Coach Muschamp on his call-in show. We'll have that on Tuesday night this week, and then Thursday night throughout the rest of the year. For everybody here at the Will Muschamp Show, we thank you. We hope you'll join us throughout the year for Carolina football.